Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Realistic here, and I'm going to be doing a kit review for IamTheInnovator.com. So this right here is a brand new kit. It is called Retro Waves Vol.1. I just gave it a listen. I went through each sound, and I got to tell you, this one is hot. I'm really excited about this one. So what this is famed drums used by the most famous super producers of the late 90s and early 2000s era. So like Timbaland, the Neptunes, Just Blaze, Swizz Beatz, all of them cats right there. It includes 163 total audio files altogether. And what's really cool about this is these are all sampled from the original sources, not the original song, but I'm saying the original source of where it came from, whether it was the ASR-10 or the Triton or something like that. So it's not like it's ripped from other packs. It's not like it's ripped right off the record and you got to deal with royalty issues or anything like that. These come from the original hardware source that these were used by. And so I think that's really cool because this took a lot of time and a lot of investigating by the Innovator to be able to do and to be able to find these sounds and to be able to put these sounds together for you. So when we download the file here, let's take a look here. So we're going to get 163 total wave files in there, and then we're also going to get a bonus of an extra 5 loops right here just to kind of show you different examples of how they can be used in different settings. But when we take a look here too, you see that they're all going to be 44.1 24-bit, so you know that they're going to work in any DAW or any sampler, so it makes it really easy to just go in there and start using and to start cooking up right away. And like I said, these are all royalty free, so you don't have to worry about any issues or anything like that. So let's go ahead and give this a little overview and demo some of these sounds and hear what they all got going on with this. Every single one of these bass samples right here has really good low end to it. I'm really impressed by the richness that you can hear as far as the bottom end goes right there. I like too that some of them have a little bit of an analog tail to it, so it kind of gives it a nice cool texture underneath it. All right, let's move on to some of these claps right here. I'm excited too that there's a clap folder because the claps have really been coming back in recent years, so this is exciting. What's really cool too, in the brackets here, he gives you hints of where these came from, so you kind of get an idea of where these sources were originally used. Like this one kind of tells me this was used on Usher's Yeah. I would guess that this Stomp one came from Holla Back Girl possibly. Yeah, so I think that's really cool. It kind of gives you a little hint of where they came from. Right, we got a little extra folder right here with different like one shots and different kind of shouts and chants and stuff like that.
¡Vamos ahí! ¡Fuego!
That's really dope that's in there. I'm always a really big fan of chants and shouts or just anything that has to do with the human voice, so I love seeing those in packs. That's really cool that's in there too. I remember hearing that on Usher tracks growing up, and that's just so spot on of the original sound. It's always good to have one shots of different keys too. It makes it really cool for getting like sampling going and getting like really cool vintage tones and stuff going in your mixes and stuff like this. All right, let's go on to the kick folder. The kick folder for me personally, it's always a really important folder. This is the folder for me personally that always makes or breaks a kit. And when I was going through this earlier, this folder did not disappoint. I was really happy and excited with the kicks in this folder. Yeah, I love the beefiness of the kicks. I love the roundness that's going on, a lot of punch to it, a lot of things that can really cut through on a lot of different speakers and really just stand out. All right, and then we got some open hats. I always really do appreciate when the closed hats and the open hats are in separate folders, and this is just a little extra added bonus of this pack that just really gravitated me towards this pack, because what I like about that is usually for me when I'm going to make a beat and when I'm cooking up on my drum machine, I know if I want to use an open or a closed hi-hat. And so sometimes when packs are just all crowded together and they're not separated, and I'm going through and I'm I'm like, I'm not trying to hear the open hats right now. I'm just looking for closed, or vice versa. Like I'm just looking for a distinct certain tone in an open hi-hat. So this is really cool that these are separated. Man, I gotta say, those toms are really dope too. I love the texture and tone of those right there. That's dope too. I think I remember that from back in the day in some Young Jock records, and I remember really being gravitated towards those sounds and wondering where I could find those. So that's really dope that those are in there. Now let's go through the snares, another really important folder for me personally. Yeah, really impressive snare folder right there. The snares, they have a thick tone to them. They have a great clack to them, a nice bright top end to them. So really good for getting through and cutting through on your mixes and everything like that. So I love the snare folder. All right, and now let's end this right here with some of the examples that he has right here. Check this out. That way you can kind of hear in the context of how you can get things going. And what he did too is he used them in homage of like famous tracks that they came from. So you see we have like the Holla Back loop right here. So let's check that out. So this is a great kit right here, Retro Waves Volume 1. I love the kit in here. I love the quality in here. I love the investigation and the time that it took to really put this together. I think this is really well thought out. Again, this kit is available at IamTheInnovator.com. I didn't go through every single sound in here, so if you want to hear all the sounds, all you got to do is go over to IamTheInnovator.com, put it in your shopping cart, check out, and you can have this dope kit right here and start cooking up.